This video covers how to analyze endpoint agent data using the Views and Endpoint experience. The Views page is divided into two sections. The primary section contains the Views submenu, the Test and Metric selector, the timeline, and the Save and Share button. The secondary section contains the Detailed Metrics tabs, which display different metrics based on the selected view. Endpoint agents collect network and web layer performance metrics through four main features found under the Views submenu. Scheduled tests run at regular intervals to provide a continuous baseline of performance from the user's device. Dynamic tests automatically detect and test the targets of collaboration applications to monitor the live meeting experience. Real user tests capture network and website metrics in real time whenever users visit specified domains. And local networks measure the performance of wired and wireless connections, gateways, VPNs, proxies, and DNS servers. Together, these views give you a complete picture of the user's digital experience, from their device all the way to the applications they depend on. Let's start with scheduled tests. What you see here depends on the test type. If you select a network test, you'll see the network layer view. If you select an HTTP server test, you'll see both the HTTP layer and network layer views. For the HTTP server test, the available metrics include availability, response time, and throughput. Availability shows how often the target service is accessible. Response time measures the duration between the agent sending a request and receiving the first response from the server. And throughput calculates the rate of data transfer during the test. In the timeline graph, we can see availability across the selected agents. Switching to response time, you can track how quickly servers respond. Throughput shows the data transfer rate over time. If no agent is selected, the timeline displays the average of all results. Switching back to availability, the map view shows the agent status by HTTP phases such as DNS, connect, SSL, send, receive, and HTTP. The table view displays raw metrics from each agent, providing detailed performance data. For network tests, the metrics include loss, latency, and jitter. Network tests also provide path visualization, which maps the hop-by-hop topology from the source endpoint agent to the target. By hovering over an agent or any node, you can view details like public and private IPs, network name, location, and performance metrics. Hovering over a link reveals details about that connection. To make analysis easier, you can apply filters to focus on specific agents or nodes and group them based on criteria like network or location. For example, you can filter by agent to isolate results from a single endpoint, or by location to analyze performance for a specific region. Other options include filtering by connection, network, or platform, which lets you compare results across different device types. On the network side, you can filter by gateway, SSID, or BSSID, especially helpful when diagnosing Wi-Fi issues. For VPN monitoring, filters like VPN vendor, VPN gateway address, and VPN client address let you quickly narrow down performance problems to a specific tunnel or endpoint. By applying these filters, you can reduce noise in the visualization and zero in on the exact agents, paths, or conditions contributing to performance degradation. Moving on to dynamic tests. You can access them from the drop-down menu under Views. When a collaboration session begins on the client, the endpoint agent automatically detects the target server's IP address and initiates network tests against it. In this example, we can see the detected target node for a WebEx server. Since this IP address changes with each session, it can't be effectively monitored using scheduled tests. Next up is Real User Tests. You can access this view under Views, then Real User Tests. The metrics here are directly related to the user's web experience. In the primary panel, you'll see a list of available metrics. By default, loss is selected, but you can also switch to other network or web layer metrics. The Overview tab displays the average user experience score for the selected timeframe. This score is calculated based on page availability and content speed, and serves as a useful indicator of user satisfaction when visiting the defined domains. Under Pages, you'll find all visited sites during the selected data round, and Sessions shows all user sessions for that round. Let's click on one session. The Page Details panel gives a more comprehensive view of that session. It's divided into two sections. The primary section shows a graphical view of the network path towards the target site. The secondary section contains agent and connection information, organized into dynamic tabs depending on available data. Under Computer Info, you'll find details like operating system, platform, version, browser specifics, and network configuration. Wireless Info displays connection details like signal quality, noise, and transmission rate. Path Trace shows the hop-by-hop route from the agent to the target application, and Waterfall provides details for every object on the page, including its name, response code, domain, size, and load time. The network layer works just like in other test types, with a path visualization tab that maps the hop-by-hop topology between the endpoint agent and the monitored domain's target. You can also use the map to see the geographic location of agents and the metrics they collected, or the table view for a detailed breakdown of metrics per agent. Finally, let's cover local networks. This view provides visibility into the user's immediate network environment. Every active endpoint agent continuously collects details about the gateway, DNS servers, VPN gateway, and proxy. These are then presented under the available metrics list. The Network Topology tab shows a visual map of how the user is connected to the internet. It highlights each segment in the connection path, like SSID, gateway, VPN, and DNS servers, along with their status. Under Tables, you'll find detailed connection information, including connection type, SSID, channel, gateway loss, as well as gateway latency. And that covers endpoint experience views. With these insights, you can quickly pinpoint issues across the entire path, from the user's device to the applications they rely on. Thanks for watching.